Iceland is a very beautiful place, but there's not many things you can see and do straight off of a sailboat. A lot of the touristy things and a lot of popular things to do in Iceland are mainly inland. Luckily, we have an amazing patron that let us borrow his car for the weekend. So thank you, Oli, for that. And so yeah, we're on the road for the next 2 days, checking out some of the more touristy spots. It's not the sunniest day. It was supposed to be sunnier, but it's Iceland. You can never trust the weather. But good thing we are in a protected shell. We can move around.
The ports in Iceland are set up more for fishing vessels and not necessarily for pleasure craft like us. And most of the infrastructure in Iceland is designed around buses and people driving. So tourists renting cars and driving out to see all of the best things in Iceland. So straight from the water and straight from the ports that we've been staying in, it's actually pretty difficult to get to a lot of the places that we want to go see. And so yeah, today we're on a road trip and we're driving into the heart of the country.
Yes.
And we're going to see...
Starting with the volcano.
Starting with the volcano.
Because you can't go to Iceland without seeing a volcano. So
even though the volcano hasn't really been active in a couple of weeks, we're hiking out there anyway. And it's a bit of a hike, and hopefully it's not too cloudy when we get there so that we can actually see and enjoy it. But the road trip out there so far, it's only 45 minutes from Reykjavik, and it's absolutely beautiful. Driving, my dear?
Oh, because I'm the only one in this car with a valid driver's license.
For some reason.
Yeah, this driver's license expired
like a month ago.
Yeah, and mine is still valid, so I can drive. So how do you feel to have a chauffeur driving you around? That's the
I love it.
spot.
I love being driven around and not having, yeah, everything smells like sulfur.
Even from the car, even from the inside of the car, you can smell the aroma.
You think that's Iceland, or
did you fart?
You think that's me?
Like, oh yeah, I can definitely start smelling the volcano and hot springs. Like, oh, sorry. A popular spot. I think we're set. It should be a quick and easy hike to the volcano. I guess there's a volcano somewhere around here. Let's go.
Normally we recommend to go route C because that will give you the best view of the whole area. That's a question of how far you want to walk. First you start in the lava field here. It's where the lava was running down the hill in a valley that was empty June 1st. A lot of lava there now. Still some smoke there.
How long is this entire
Well, we say 4 hours round trip.
Okay.
But you guys, 3 hours, 15 minutes.
We're fit.
Not more, yeah.
Could you turn the volcano on for us while we're here? Can you just hit the big red button?
Yeah, trying. We're hoping because it's more fun.
Yeah, of course.
When it's active. A little wind now, nice weather.
It doesn't look too bad.
It's lifting. It was quite low this morning, but it's better now. So.
Excellent.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
The sign says, "Don't put your puppies in the volcano."
Yeah, sure. That's exactly what the sign says.
There's lava.
There's lava, or hard lava, I guess. So a couple months ago, there was a pretty big eruption here, and it was all over the news, and everybody came and took pictures while the lava was still flowing.
It was like the big event of the year with this volcano going off, I think.
Now it's pretty dormant, so you can't really see the lava flow, but you can definitely see the hard shell of it, and you can also see the steam coming off underneath it, which is really cool.
It would be very interesting to be here while this was still a bubbly, flowing mass of molten rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's big.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. It's like sometimes it's active and you can actually see more of the activity, and sometimes it just goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And I think 2 weeks ago it was active, and now it's just completely dormant. So there's only steam coming off. Maybe in a couple of weeks it's going to be active again. So if you do ever, I mean, checking out a volcano in Iceland is kind of a part of a bucket list if you're visiting Iceland, but I mean, you can't expect to see an active volcano if you come here. Let's put it that way.
There is, on the ridge behind us on the other side, there is 2 webcams that they have running. So you can go online and sort of see a live view of it. So if it ever does go active, you can kind of watch it from home, which is kind of neat too.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool.
There's still some steam coming out of it.
Although, you know what I can say though is the floor is lava.
Where are we off to?
Our next stop is literally the most popular spot of Iceland, and it's called the Blue Lagoon. It is a geothermal pool, and supposedly it's a really cool thing to experience, so I guess we'll see. There is a long line even before the place you buy your ticket to get into the lagoon. But there's also a pool right next to the building, so you're just going that instead. Just kidding.
Well, it turns out that we probably should have given this trip a little bit more forethought. Like everything here in Iceland, it's pretty much all booked like a full season in advance. And we showed up to the Blue Lagoon and found out that you need to pre-book, and they don't have availability to get in the pool, but they still have a cafe here, so we are just gonna grab a beer and maybe a snack and enjoy the view anyway, because it's a pretty place. It's a really pretty building, and just sort of finish our day here before we go and find a place to spend the night. A little bit bummed we didn't get to go in, but honestly it's pretty busy in there anyway, and it's cool just to be here, I think. This could be a podcast. I think the most interesting part about it is the Blue Lagoon itself is actually the wastewater from this geothermal power plant behind it. I don't think it'd be very good marketing if they called it a pool of wastewater from a power plant. So they called it the Blue Lagoon, which is actually really interesting that they were able to take a waste product from a power plant that's clean and kind of cool looking and turn it into this multi-million-dollar tourism destination. And to me, I think that might be the most interesting part about this whole place.
These are very weird colors. Like the whole island is just different shades of green. when you go to the coast, it's like very, very bright green, almost hurts the eyes. It's so beautiful. And then further inland you go, it's darker green. And then there's sections that are lighter green. Like the moss has all sorts of different tones. It's crazy. And then there's the brown. And then apparently I'm too slow. I'm going 80 kilometers per hour. That's not that slow. When people are passing me.
A lot faster than sailing. We're like, can we go 4 knots?
I know. I lost the habit of going fast.
Well, it is a beautiful sunny afternoon, and what better to do on a sunny afternoon than go to the beach?
What you doing down there?
Playing in my cape. It's a really nice little cape. This little corner of the beach is actually a lot cooler than we were expecting it to be. We knew there were going to be those sort of like basalt, like hexagon things on the corner because that's what everyone photographs, but the amount of different textures in the rock in like a 5-minute walk is totally crazy. There's like these big giant pebbles on the beach that's their version of sand on this beach. But like every little corner of this rock face around here has completely different textures of rock. Makes me wish I sort of paid attention more in my geology class in high school because there's a lot of geology going on right here and I know nothing about any of it. It's really pretty to look at though.
I was about to say something about the fact that you probably will never have the wall to yourself if you come here, and right when I was about to say it, everybody left. So yeah, we have the whole wall to ourselves until somebody else comes to take a picture. Is most pictures that you see when somebody's by themselves in front of a place that's touristy, most likely there are dozens of people behind the camera waiting to take the same picture. So,
or they're just photoshopped out.
Oh, they're just photoshopped out. But it was really fun actually. It's an interesting place, really cool stone structures. And now we're heading back to a car and trying to catch a pretty cool sunset. Look at that sunset. It's so beautiful. And now it's dinner time. We just drove the car up to this giant beach. The ocean is a mile or two that way, but it is absolutely beautiful out here. This is the biggest black sand beach I've ever seen. We're having some good old-fashioned camping food off the hood of the car. A great way to end the day. Dinner and a sunset.
This is like an unlimited star restaurant?
Yeah.
Like a billion star restaurant? 5 stars.
This is a giant ball of star restaurant.
1 star restaurant.
It's 1 star, but the biggest star. Dan is turning the car around so that we can eat in the trunk of the car, looking at the view of the sunset instead of looking at this cliff. So
how ridiculous is that? It's like, oh, I don't like the view, just like turn your car around.